Public hearing for public comment on ordinance 2017-08, ordinance 2017-08, ordinance to amend the Fog Municipal Code, Chapter 3 of Title 13, Section 306. Council has that in their packet. This is coming up to the third and final vote. Is there any comments from council for no comments? Anybody in the audience? No? This public hearing is adjourned. Okay. Let's go ahead and start the meeting. This meeting is called to order. Bill, will you do the honor of the prayer, please? Sure. Please.
Heavenly Father, precious Father, I want to thank you for the blessings that you bestow upon us each and every day, Lord. We are certainly not worthy of the things that you give us because of our humanity, but we certainly do appreciate the fact that you do keep your holy hand upon us. I want to thank you for the special gift that you've given us in Jesus Christ as you sent him down to earth to die for our sins and gives us the opportunity to be with you in heaven for eternity. And we certainly want to thank you for that. As we continue on with this meeting, Lord, we ask that a special blessing upon each and every one that's come out. We ask a special blessing upon those that are in leadership. We ask that you be with them, give them the knowledge that they'll have to make a proper decision to lead the city forward. And these things we ask in your name, Lord. Amen. Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Stand call the roll, please.
Mr. Archer. Present. Mr. Bollinger.
Here.
Ms. Thompson.
Here.
Mr. Wilson.
Here.
Mayor Stanfield.
Here. Item number 4, approval of the minutes from your October 2017 meeting, including the adjourned session meeting. Have a motion.
Make a motion we approve.
Have a motion, Ms. Thompson, have a second.
I second.
Second, Mr. Orchard, call the roll, sir.
Mr. Archer.
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson. Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 5, reports from your boards, your committees, and your department heads. What's the council's pleasure?
Move to approve.
Have a motion from Mr. Bowler, have a second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Archer, call the roll, sir.
Mr. Archer.
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 6, any comments from the citizens? Noted being none. Item number 7, the announcements. I have one. Don't forget that the Veterans Day Parade is this coming Saturday at 2 o'clock. Mr. Pettit is the Grand Marshal. CE, will you hold the camera up so we can get a good picture of it? And Mr. Pettit is a 96-year-old World War II veteran. Yeah, and just to show your appreciation for the veterans and especially Mr. Pettit, Bud would really like to see everybody on follow on Saturday. You get a big one? Thank you, Warren. Thank you, Jimmy, Bill. Any more announcements?
I have one if I
I
might.
talked to Kenny Bear today. He's going to start the phase of changing out the
LEDs?
LEDs. Going to start from Charlie's Pizza up on those sodium lights. And then the second phase will be putting poles and the LEDs up
Through
on
line?
the east end. And the next phase will be replacing the old poles.
Good. Yeah, I talked to him before the meeting started. That's good. Nancy, you got a comment?
I did. I just wanted to announce that the library during this month that began last Wednesday, I'm doing a food for fines month. What that means is if you owe any library fines, if you owe $1, you can bring a can of food. Any non-perishable item, can be a jar of spaghetti, anything, spaghetti sauce, whatever. But that will erase your fines. So that don't mean current fines. If you owe fines from years back, it will take care of them. So it's perfect time to get rid of your fines. That food will be donated to the local food bank at the end of November to help with the Christmas baskets.
I think that's a great idea,
And
Nancy.
it's so far I've collected quite a lot.
Yeah.
One lady asked me, I want to donate, do I have to run up some fines? I said, no. You can just donate if you want to. Anybody can donate. And also, I kind of need to clarify something I said to Bill the other night when we were talking about the bank account for the library, and I said the library takes in about $100 a week. That's $100 a month on a good month. No way we take in $100 a week. So I just wanted to
I started
clarify
saying
that.
$100 a week, that's more than I make on this
Yeah,
year.
but anyway, that's all, thank you.
But going back to that food pantry, Nancy, you know, I'm on the board of Food Life Center. And Short Redmond is doing a food drive too. They've got a big box, anybody who's doing food can come down there anytime they work hours and put the food in the box. It's very appreciated.
That's great. Riss is doing one at Riggs also. I mean, at Terry's, not at Riggs,
I mean,
at Terry's. So that's good.
all those people sitting there, we never have to worry about going to bed hungry.
That's right.
But there's people here on the street who go to bed hungry. I mean, I run into them all the time. And I'm gonna bring up something here in a few minutes about the shelter at Scott County. But thank you for doing that, Nancy. Any more announcements?
Mike, this really isn't an announcement, I guess it falls more under comments from citizens, but Hot Rod had mentioned starting to change the lights. There's still a lot of poles around town that I understand belong to, the wire belongs to either the cable company or the phone company,
Right.
that are standing beside where the utilities put up new poles. Is there any way that the city or the utilities can get them to switch that wire over and take those extra poles down? It just looks tacky.
Yeah, there was a guy over the telephone company in Oak Creek. I had his name, I lost his name and his phone number. He was real good to work with. And anytime we had a pole that where he took all the wires off, the pole, put a new pole in, he's jolly on the spot. You know, we done one at the golf course and one here above Ranch for sure. That's last summer, but I can't find that guy's name, but I will check into it. He's a real good guy to work with.
They
But it is
they're
nice.
kind of tacky, you know.
Yeah.
And the other thing, there's not many World War II veterans left anymore, so we need to support Mr. Pettit.
Well, you know, last night on the Earl Dixon show, they let Jerry Chadwell host the show, and the honor guard was there, and I was there, Mr. Petty. And they asked him, why don't you join the honor guard? You're at 96 years old. Ain't many people gonna ask you to join anything, you know? And he was all gung-ho about it. And they told him, hey, Bud, you don't have to do anything, we'll get your uniform. I swear his eyes got that big. It made his day. He was such a great guy, and it's an honor for us, me and the council, and the city of Fox to honor a man of Mr. Petty's character.
Yeah, because there's just a few World War II veterans left.
Yes, it's true.
All you Vietnam guys getting older.
A lot of us are saying that now. We are old.
I was back there too, so.
Okay, thanks, Nick. Okay, under ordinance and resolutions, number 1, ordinance 2017-08, ordinance to amend the Lafayette Municipal Code, Chapter 3, of Title 14, Section 306. It's the final reading. What's council's pleasure?
Move to approve.
Have a motion, Joe, have a second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Wilson, call the roll, stand.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 2, resolution 2017-22, resolution to administer a service for economic and community development assets enchantment grant. Terry, you want to comment on that?
We had to have a resolution for, that is the post office, I'm pretty sure, the assessment grant, and I think it's $50,000. And I believe Community Development Partners is administering that for us because the grants now are very technical, and so we need their expertise.
Right. When we first started talking about that grant, Terry, it was for a roof
Yeah.
and some windows and heat and air.
Heat and air,
Okay,
I think
that's
that's
three
the
items.
3 main things.
Okay. And Joanne and Karen, they do a pretty good job taking care of inside the building, but it's getting real bad shape for windows. All right, what's council's pleasure?
Make a motion, we approve.
Have a motion, Ms. Thompson, have a second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Archer, call the roll, stand.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 3, resolutions 2017-23, authorizing the city of Lafayette to participate in the TML Risk Management Pool Property Conservation Match Grant Program. We've done that for years. What's council's pleasure?
Move to approve, Mayor.
Have a motion by Mr. Bowman, have a second.
Second.
Second, Ms. Thompson, call the roll, stand.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 4, resolutions 2017-24, resolution administrative services for East Tennessee Development District Energy Grant. Terry, you want to comment on that? That's for the West Florida, I believe, Terry.
That's for the heat and air units on the energy grant. And East Tennessee Development District, Mitch Loomis is doing the administration on that grant, and he sent his contract up here. And so we asked for the resolutions for him, or East Tennessee Development District, and the next one on the agenda, the energy, the GRW, for the engineering. That way we have the resolutions because it is, I think, a federal grant.
Right. And we got another grant today, I'll give it to Terry, we checked on it, but it's coming up the end of this year, and even stated that we need to wait and get this one over with, right, Terry, before we apply for the next one.
The 2018 round for the LPRF REC grants are coming up. He's going to the workshop. If we get finished with the one we currently have by the deadline, then we can apply for another, and otherwise we have to wait another year.
Right. Okay, what's council's pleasure on that? Have a motion, Bill, have a second?
Second.
Second, Joe Collins, sir.
Mr. Archer? Yes. Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 5, resolution 2017-25, resolution engineering service for GRW energy grant. What's council's pleasure?
Make a motion, we approve.
Have a motion, Ms. Thompson, have a second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Wilson, call the roll, stand.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 6, resolution 2017-26, resolution to amend the 2017-28 original budget. What's council's pleasure?
Move approval.
Have a motion, Mr. Bullock, have a second.
I'll second.
Have a second, Ms. Thompson, call the roll, stand.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Number 7, resolution 2017-27, resolution to introduce legislation to let 911 system purchase for warning sirens. What's council's pleasure?
Move for the adoption.
Have a motion by Bill, have a second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Wood, call the roll, stand.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. For administration, item number 1, administrative contract with East Tennessee Development District ratified in October adjourned into session. What's council's pleasure?
Make a motion.
Have a motion by Mr. Wilson, have a second.
Second.
By Joe, call the roll, stand.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 2, employee insurance renewal. We got Jonathan and David here, and if you want to comment, John?
Does everyone have the spreadsheet?
You do.
You need one? If you'll look at column number 1,
Stand.
column number 1 is where the city's health insurance premiums were for the past year. Our renewal come in column number 2. This is our final and best rate. We initially got a rate increase of around 25% with Humana. We went back and asked for the best, most competitive price. And with the HRA fee, we're at 17.9%. Column 3 and 4 are Blue Cross Blue Shield, S Network in column 3, P Network in column 4, quote number 485 and 486. Then in column 5 and column 6, we have quote 489 and 490, S and P Network. Blue Cross Blue Shield initially in column 3, their quote came in, I want to say around 27%. They came down to a total of 17.1%. In column 4, they've reduced their rates down to what would effectively be a 30% rate increase. Any questions on the first sections?
What's the difference, John, in the increase?
Well, if you're looking at your renewal with Humana, you're at 17.9%. If you're looking at column 3 with Blue Cross Blue Shield S Network, you're looking at 17.1%. Now, the big difference between those two plans would be your network. Blue Cross Blue Shield S Network, you're not going to have UT Hospital or any of your satellite UT offices. Those are all going to be outside the S network. The P network will be comparable to what you have now. So for the same co-insurance, deductible, doctor co-pays, you're looking at about 30% with Blue Cross Blue Shield P network. Now, at one time, the city offered us with a P buy, so that is an option. And then in column 5 and column 6, you have what would effectively be 6% and then 17%. The big difference there is you're going up $500 in your deductible. Your 50% co-insurance versus 80% co-insurance. Now, we're going to talk about column 7 and 8. We looked at combining with utilities. I know that that's something we've talked about for several years. As you can see, down toward the bottom of the page in column 7, if we combine with the city, with the S network, we're at 64.8%. If we combine with the P network, we're at 79.1%. And that's, well, pretty significant increase.
That's out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
We expected
Yeah.
Like we're over the barrel again, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
You know, we took the council's advice and we tried to not look at decreasing benefits for the employees. And we stuck with basically Humana and Blue Cross Blue Shield versus looking at a couple of outside providers. I know y'all directed us to stick with either Blue Cross or Humana quotes.
Is this something we need to make a decision on tonight?
We need to make a decision. Yes, ma'am.
To be honest with you, on this Humana, you know, I've always been a Blue Cross person. When I was battling cancer, there's Johnny on the spot to help me out. But I've had not a whole lot of trouble with Humana, you know, and, but you gotta do the paperwork, you know. And my wife and I wasn't used to doing the paperwork. I know our employees aren't, you know. But if they got a problem with your paperwork and billing, they need to check with you or David. Get these things are true. That's the council, whatever council wants to do, we need to do it.
That's the main difference. I mean, Humana's a fine company, I think, but the main difference is that the administration of the HRA. If you, Blue Cross does their own, they charge $4 per head per month.
Right.
And you don't have to do anything because they're the ones who supply all of them. They already have it. With Humana, Humana does not administrate those HRA duties. And so we have to use a third party, so you do have to come up with your own E&O or your EOBs, your explanation of benefits from Humana, and you have to bring the bills to it. And it's, we talked about this last week, you know, just how much difference there is in traffic this year from last year. And it's a little bit scary to me, but we're working on it.
Right, and then you told me something about the dental, dental plan too, on Blue Cross was.
I think all we said there is if you move it, you'll need to move those back to Blue Cross. Is that correct, John?
Well, I spoke with our Humana rep, and they are not going to penalize us if we decide to move Blue Cross, if we decide to move the dental back to Blue Cross. There is a rate difference. I think that's in the package that you have. If we choose to move back to Blue Cross Blue Shield Dental, you're looking at roughly 5% in totality, $3,000. So Humana, in order to package them together, they gave us 3% off our initial medical rate. That was the attractive thing about moving dental and vision in. But if we move the dental and vision from Humana, they're not going to penalize us for doing that.
This is a package deal on Humana.
No, sir. No, sir. We can, as of right now, we have everything with Humana as far as the medical, dental, and vision, but we can separate them without a penalty.
Okay. All right. Any questions for council?
It is all
Yes.
with Humana at the moment, yes.
What's council say?
I think we need to switch back to Blue Cross. I'd like to make a motion that we switch back to Blue Cross.
I have a motion by Ann to switch back to Blue Cross. I have a second.
Is that motion for the S plan or plan S and buy up to P or?
It's S and buy up to the P.
Yeah, it can be kind of expensive. that in? Which way is it going to move?
Yes, and I,
Back to P. Okay, I have a motion by Ann to back to Blue Cross Blue Shield, from Sewage Pilot to P plan. Do I have a second? Motion fails for lack of second. All right. Do I have a motion to stay with Humana? Have a motion, Mr. Wood, have a second.
I'll second.
Have a motion, Mr. Archer, follow those down.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
no,
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number three. approve-
I'd like to make a comment.
Andy,
We're sitting here
Andy,
trying to save money.
with Blue Cross being cheaper, why would we not want to go back to Blue Cross?
Can't afford it, Ann. At
Blue
this
Cross
time.
is cheaper.
Huh?
Blue Cross is cheaper.
If you, if the employee
Come
wants,
up with those figures, Ann.
if the employee wants the P plan, then it costs the employee to buy up to it.
We've got 4 different Blue Cross plans on here. And do you want to go any further into talking about those?
well, I feel we give our employees our insurance, and like I said, a raise.
Mhm.
And if they start buying up to another plan, very, what we're offering, that's not good. We want to secure our employees. You know,
Oh, certainly.
Well, I agree, it's been a long time ago since that happened, that we've stayed with that for many years. We didn't start the HRA until 2014, I think. And at that time, we had a $1,500 deductible and a $3,000. And by using the HRA, we have been able to keep those limits, sometimes a little better, but never more than 1,500 and 3,000. And with any of these plans, 3, 4, 5, or 6, the appearance to your employees is going to be 1,500 out of pocket, 1,500 deductible and 3,000 out of pocket. It doesn't matter to them whether we have a $5,000 deductible or a $6,000 deductible, it's the city. So there's a lot of choices in these 4 different plans. I mean, we did give you one at $5,500 deductible and another one at $6,000 deductible. And we got some we didn't even publish on here. But we can get within range of what Humana is charging us with some changes. I don't know if you need to, if we need to discuss this any further, or if you just need to go with it. I just want to be sure that you know what you're looking at.
yeah, we just show what we got.
Okay, all right,
All right, thank you, David.
okay.
The thing we really want, we want the employees to have the best. And we know it's much easier for them if we went to Blue Cross. But we've had meetings this past 2 weeks, Jimmy and you all and everything have stressed upon them. And I think you've got it in their heads, they've got to submit those bills.
They're doing a lot better, aren't they, John?
Yes, sir. So maybe for the next year,
Well, once they get used to doing it, there's really nothing to it. So that's not a problem. Or it's not a problem with us anyway.
You know, like I said, we do the best we can with them, you know, give them what we can afford to give them. And once we give it to them, if they don't follow up on it, that's their problem, you know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's something else we haven't talked about. I don't know, of course, we're having meetings, you're having another meeting tomorrow, maybe, to talk about getting those things in. But when we come to the end of the year, which isn't far away, I'm sure there's, at some point, you're gonna have to turn your claims in or not you won't be able to turn them in.
Right.
It's probably some kind of a 60 to 90 day or 180 day. I'm gonna have to read through the contract and find it.
Yeah, like a
But
grace
you can't turn them in 3 years from now and expect us to pay it.
Right.
You know. So we're working on that.
Okay, thank you, David.
All right.
Thank you, John.
Mr. Mayor, the dental, am I to understand dental is also remaining unchanged? Is that correct? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, item number 3, approve the set the special library account in the general fund. Terry, you wanna?
That's the new, we got a new regulation from Trey Harker, from Secretary of State, that libraries have to turn in fines and penalties to the government, so that's what that's for.
Okay, it's mandatory, right there. What's council's pleasure?
Move to approve.
Have a motion by Jody, have a second. Have a second, Ms. Wilson, call the roll, stand.
Mr. Archer? Yes. Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 4, approve the set up the special escrow account in the capital projects fund. Terry, we talked about that a little bit today. Can you explain it to council?
That's on the CDBG project, probably for the first time in years, not the total grant budget, but the construction was over 500,000, I think it's 599,000. They did an amendment, and because it is, you have to hold 5% retainage out of the construction company's billings, and we used to do it on paper, just hold an account, but the state says now we have to have a special account, and we have to pay them at the end of the project all the retainage plus the interest. And of course, we argued at that point, but they said we have to set that up especially for that. That's what that's for.
Well, it's just more paperwork for you, it's right?
Right, it is, yeah.
Is there any questions, Madam Secretary? And I know you had one, you two.
No, okay.
All right, what's council's pleasure?
Move to approve.
Have a motion by Jody, have a second.
Yes.
Have a second, Mr. Archer, call the roll, stand.
Mr. Archer? Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Okay, item number 5, approval of making Big Creek a festival nonprofit. That thing is getting bigger. And, I know Jimmy's talking. I think talk to Terry about it a little bit. And Terry,
Pardon?
has Jimmy talked to you about Big Creek being a nonprofit?
No,
You know anything about
Someone
that?
applied for it to be a nonprofit?
The nonprofit, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they're wanting,
Who's not?
the committee,
Or the
because
board?
it gets a big, from my understanding of it, they're wearing the people out trying to
So it's money.
Sponsorship.
sponsorship, and this way they know, if they go to 501c3, they can have events and all that to raise money to support.
I can do it.
Having to go out to all the merchants and things.
Has someone applied for the,
No, we have to give them approval before they can.
But it's
That's my
not,
understanding.
it's the board that brought it up, the ATV board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that reason.
This thing can get expensive.
Yeah. Unless, if the city wants to take it over,
Well,
wholesale, I guess. But that's out of my ballpark.
so someone else would have to take it over and be out of the city's hands?
Correct.
yeah.
The city would have nothing else to do with it?
Yeah, the city would just have to vote on, presumably, just to let the board take it over and be a separate entity, and we have no affiliation.
Yeah, we can budget money probably,
You can, you just like you do any other.
Yeah. good money out.
Yeah.
Like I say, this thing is getting bigger and bigger, and everybody I talk to has a great time. Okay,
Adoption of the resolution.
have a motion, Mr. Archer, have a second.
Second.
Have a second, Mr. McCall, Sam.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 6, approve the teaching administrative storage room. We just talked about it in the workshop. What's council's pleasure on that? Have a motion, here? All right. Dive, lack of motion. Okay, on the fire department. Item number 1, promoting Tristan Nielsen full-time, currently part-time, at a salary of $29,213.60, effective 11/11/2017. What's your council pleasure?
Make a motion, Mayor.
Motion from Mr. Wilson, second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Miller, call the roll, Stan.
Mr. Archer? Yes. Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Congratulations, Tristan. Make us proud, man. Item number 2, promoting Christopher Huguenard, okay, Huguenard. Full-time, currently part-time, at a salary of $29,213.60, effective 11/11/2017. What's,
Make a motion to approve.
have a motion by Andy, have a second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Archer, call the roll, Stan.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Congratulations, Chris. You'll have to help me on that last thing, okay?
Somebody needs to train you.
Yeah. Whoa. That's okay. Okay, they have a motion to, on item number 3, they have a motion to suspend the rules on the next. Hang
I'll
on,
make a motion, Mayor.
have a motion, I already have a second.
Second.
Have a second, Joe, call the roll.
Mr. Archer? Yes. Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Motion carries, okay?
That needed a suspended rules before.
Guess what you got? Okay, what it was on this EMA agencies is to allow the fire department's channel number 1 be used by other agencies. See, you want to elaborate on what happened?
Okay, we've always, in Campbell County, all the fire departments have always used Channel 1 for page out. Well, when we got a repeater and put on it, they accidentally got cut off, all the other fire departments. And they went almost all day without anything. Basically, what was asking was the council to make some kind of resolution that all the fire departments in Campbell County actually always be allowed to use Channel 1. Because it brought to my attention that actually, truthfully, I could take all the other fire departments off that channel, the chief could. And that would not be a good thing for the county, because we need to be able to communicate back and forth. And that is the channel we be paged out, everybody be paged out on. And it would be so easy for that to happen again. It happened once for almost all day. And it takes the acting, the council to fix it to where it cannot be done again by anybody.
Okay, you have Charles' recommendation, what's council's pleasure?
Make a motion, Mayor.
Have a motion, Mr. Wilson, have a second.
Second.
I have a second, Ms. Thompson, call the roll, Stan.
Mr. Archer? Yes. Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. I got a couple more things on that. Jacksboro called and wanted to know if we wanted to participate in shop with a cop. And that was thanking Mike Sturck started, he's a police officer for Jacksboro. And the city of Carrollville has donated $1,000 to shop with a cop. And they just want to know if we want to participate in it and if we can give some money to it. I need a motion to join with them, shop with a cop, and how much money you give them. So I have a motion.
I make a motion we participate with them.
Have a motion by Ann. Have a second. Have a second, Mr. Orson. All right, how much you want to give them? $1,000? If Carol will give $1,000, so we can give $1,000.
I would do $1,000.
$1,000? Okay, have a motion by Ann and an amount by Ann. Bill second, call the roll, please.
Mr. Archer? Yes. Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, number 2, Ray Curry from the Scott County Homeless Shelter. Ray has been over there for a few years. He used to live here on the father, but he's always helped me with some person needing shelter, a homeless person. And he helped me last week with a person. I had another person come up, and thank goodness Cedar Hill Church helped me with a room down at Carrollville, and the food pantry gave the gentleman some food to eat while he's in the motel. But Ray has always come through for me, no matter what time of day or night I call him. And Daniel living in Scott County, he's even took people over as he went home. And I told Terry today I'd give him $200 out of my discretionary money, and I'd like Ready Council would give him some amount out of their money. And if you'll tell me how much money will take in your account, give him a check and Ray. Joe?
Yeah, that's fine, with me.
How much, Joe?
2.
2? Andy?
I'll do 200.
Okay. Hot rod? Two? Bill, two? Okay, Terry. You got two on each one, that's okay? And we'll give you, checking them out, I really appreciate this, guys. It's a big thing. Okay, under police department, item number one, approve the police K-9 contract with the Fayette Police Department. Bill, you want to comment?
Sure. Yes, sir.
It's probably one to see. Yeah, we'll give it to him. Bill, go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, we've got the opportunity to pick up another K-9 at minimal cost to the city. We have a K-9 officer out of Anderson County that has been reassigned, his duties were reassigned. And in the process, his dog was taken off the street. The dog is a young dog, 2 to 3 years of age, got plenty of life left on it. The officer is a part-time officer for us, that's Matthew Forsythe. Matthew comes with a tremendous amount of credentials concerning K-9, and as a K-9 trainer. He is nationally recognized as a K-9 trainer and can train the dog that we have available right now at no cost to us. So we can put his dog on for a minimal cost of $1 a year. The insurance is covered at no cost to us. You're talking about approximately $30 a month for food for the dog as an expense. And other than that, we've got a second K-9 at City of Fall.
That's good idea.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Have a motion by Andy, have a second.
Second.
Second, Joe, call roll, please.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries, all right. Under Public Works, promoting Sam Taylor, full-time, currently part-time, at a salary of $21,638, 24 cents, effective 11/11/2017. Sam's back here.
Yeah. Sam, stand up. Stand up again, I didn't see you, Sam.
All right. I want Sam on the, he's a good employee, and we'd be very fortunate to hire Sam before somebody else hires him. What's
He does a great job, I recommend it.
Okay, you have Jim recommendation? Have a motion.
Move with approval.
Have a motion, Jody, have a second.
Second.
Have a second, call roll, Sam.
Mr. Archer?
Yes.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Sam, welcome aboard, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Is there anything, Manuel, do you want to have anything to say, or?
Just happy to be here.
We're glad to have you guys here. Glad to have you here. All right, is there anything else come from the board? Nothing else? This meeting's adjourned.
Call the beer board, call roll, please.
Mr. Archer? Mayor Stanfield?
Here?
Ms. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Here.
Chairman Bollinger?
Here. With being no permits today, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion made, Joe.
Stand adjourned.